What's up guys, Brian with MTMMix.com, and I want to go over a video that is a way to take a 2-track instrumental, or a quick way to take an overall instrumental that you might have the stems to, route it to an auxiliary bus, and create an overall sense of space for a particular vocal. There's a plugin that allows you to do that fairly easily. In the past, I would usually combine 2 different plugins. I'm going to show you both ways that I used to do it and how I do it now. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop on the screen. Okay, so we're on the screen now. Right now you can see that I have a Nectar plugin. It's an iZotope plugin, and this is going to be mainly the new way that I would generally go about creating space in a mix for a vocal. How I would do this in the past is I would go ahead and bring up a center plugin, which is a plugin by Waves. It's a pretty good plugin. It got the job done for so long. What I would do is I would just bring down the center a tiny bit, mainly because my vocal will generally live in the middle of the mix. And then I will counter that by bringing the sides up a little bit. So what this is going to do is it's going to take a little bit of volume out of the center of the mix, and it's going to bring up the sides. So it's going to sound less full down the middle of the mix, but create more of an ambiance. The next thing that I would do is I would pull up an EQ. Mainly vocals are going to live around like the 500 to 5K range. So what I'll generally do is I'll generally just have a small cut around 1.75, 2 decibels or so, in that range. And what that's going to do is it's going to create room in the frequency spectrum for that vocal to live. So right now I'm going to bypass those two, and then I'm just going to hit play on this vocal, and you'll be able to hear what it sounds like before and after I apply these two.
Get them ratchet as Norman Bates, packing the Mac in the back of the Acura with foreign plates. Johnny's backing, swinging an axe until the door hinge breaks. Then you're seeing Jack, Torrance face, trapdoors in place. The Night King ain't kill no dragon, but your Khaleesi will go bragging a ring off like Bilbo Baggins.
So it's a very small difference. Since I have been using this method, keep in mind that I already did mix this 2-track with the intention to create some space for the vocals, so the difference isn't huge with this. Now, the new way that I've been creating space in a 2-track or just an auxiliary bus is by using Nectar 3. Nectar 3 has a really cool vocal assistant unmasking feature. Right now you could see as I pull it up, it says no sources found. So all you have to do is just go over to your 2-track or your auxiliary bus, and you're going to go over to iZotope and open up the relay plugin. What this is going to do is it's going to create a way that these 2 tracks could talk to each other within the software. So now you can see that it's available to check off. So we're going to go ahead and check that off, hit next. We're going to choose our source, which is the beat. You could see that it grabs a name from the auxiliary bus here. And we're going to go ahead and hit next again. It's going to go ahead, wait for you to play audio. So I'm going to play audio in the middle of the beat, and it's going to do its work.
Johnny's backing, swinging an axe until the door hinge breaks. Then you're seeing Jack, Torrance face, trapdoors in place. The Night King ain't kill no dragon, but your Khaleesi will go bragging a ring off like Bilbo.
So you guys probably heard it in that example. This is probably the craziest and most drastic game-changing aspects of this plugin. It's probably my favorite aspect of this plugin. It does such a good job. So I'm going to go ahead and just bypass this relay so that masking won't work. I'm going to play the beat and I'm going to turn it on. You guys will be able to hear what it sounds like.
Shit is Norman Bates, packing the Mac in the back of the Acura with foreign plates. Johnny's backing, swinging an axe until the door hinge breaks. Then you're seeing Jack, Torrance face, trapdoors in place. The Night King ain't kill no dragon, but your Khaleesi will go bragging a ring off like Bilbo Baggins. Lord of Rings, put quarters on the eyes of slaughtered kings in this.
So you can see, just like that, it's crazy how much that one little tip does. So that's really it, guys. I definitely advise you guys at least downloading the demo of Nectar and trying out this relay feature for unmasking a 2-track. It does a world of justice, and it just creates so much space for the vocal to live within the beat, and it unclashes different frequencies that the vocal will clash against with the beat. So until next time, guys, I will talk to you soon.
Get smacked in your boring face. Rapper, in fact my vernacular's all it takes. More at stake than Dracula, yet I'm ratchet as Norman Bates. Packing the Mackinac, back of the Acura